All right, Johnny Kemp's just got paid. I hope you're singing that at the end of this week. I hope this week has been very prosperous and productive for you. And I'm glad you chose to join us here for this recap video to see what happened on Wall Street on Thursday, February 24th. And kind of look forward to, how can we prosper based on what happened in the past yesterday? What can we use there to prosper? We're going to talk about it. So on Wednesday, the Dow hit a record high. It was within a hair's breadth of 32,000. Then on Thursday, the Dow dropped 1.8%. The reason that happened is because people were taking some money off of the table. They were locking in some of the gains that they had realized. Where did they put that money? We're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, let's go over some market psychology. This is along the lines of, actionable intelligence that you can use when you're out there thinking of how to make your money work for you. Now, you've heard the old adage, buy low, sell high. However, when is it low? When is it high? You don't know because you can't predict the future. So you don't want to try to time the market. Now, if you can predict the future, you don't even need to worry about messing around with the stock market or real estate or making your money work for you. Just go into the future and figure out who's going to win the next few Super Bowls, NBA playoffs, and World Series. Come back here with us to the present, bet on it, and you're set. But if you don't have that ability, why don't you do this? Why don't you try a dollar cost averaging strategy when it comes to investing in the stock market? After you've done a copious amount of due diligence and you've developed an understanding of your investment strategy, a dollar cost averaging strategy will allow you to invest at regularly scheduled times. What that's going to do is just going to even out your cost basis over time. Okay. So you can't market time. That's not going to work for you, but you can dollar cost average. So I don't want you to think that you're supposed to go out there and try to predict when the market is low and then buy, and predict when it's high and then sell, or anything like that. And again, we're investors long term on this channel. That's what we advocate. There are more ways than you can shake a stick at to make money, but we advocate holding on to those assets and making them work for you over time. Okay. We don't, advocate a trading type of scenario. All right. So if you see a market or a stock that you're interested in, if you see the market dip, that could indicate that it is a buying opportunity. Now, again, more on market psychology. A lot of people, they will act in the opposite fashion of how they act in the world outside of the stock market. What I mean is, if you were to drive past Walmart and they had a sign outside saying everything inside 30% off, you would more than likely park, go in, and see if you could get things that you needed for less. People don't do that with the stock market. They actually, a lot of people, retail investors especially, mom and pop investors, they will get all excited, have some FOMO, fear of missing out, and they will purchase things at what turns out to be a high. And then they'll panic as the market starts to fall and sell as it's going down, all the while locking in losses. Now, if you've done your due diligence and you are confident that the company meets solid criteria, then if it's falling in price, that may just mean you can buy more of that company for less. Again, you got to do your due diligence. There are a lot of moving parts, but just kind of think about that psychology. Now, why did these people move out of stocks on Thursday? Again, because they were taking some profits off the table. What did they do with that money? Well, it looks like they moved it over to a safer environment. Stocks momentum has faltered the past week as investors have faced a sharp and swift rise in bond yields. The yield on the benchmark 10-year Treasury note marked its biggest one-day advance since November and settled at its highest level in a year. So there you go. Money came out of stocks and it went over into the 10-year Treasury note. That's one place it went into. All right, let's just follow up with what we were talking about just a moment ago in terms of discounts on certain companies. Investors rushed out of some of the hottest stocks of the year, sending shares of companies like Apple, Alphabet, aka Google, and Netflix down more than 2% apiece. So they've been discounted. If you thought Apple, Alphabet, and Netflix were good on Wednesday when the market hit its high, then it should be even better on Thursday when it's 2% off the price. Tesla shares dropped more than 8%. So there you go. So that's what happened on Wall Street on Thursday. We will see what happens on Friday, and we'll get back at you. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you are leading up to a prosperous and productive week on next week.